This is Big 104 FM, the Big Morning Show with Mike Dow. A pleasure to speak to hypnotist Mark Patrick once again, who will return to Maine next week, Tuesday, June 9th, the Hilton Garden Inn on the Haskell Road in Bangor. The following night in Augusta, June 10th, the Senator Inn, Western Avenue. That's next Wednesday. Helping people lose weight and stop smoking. 2 different seminars. Mark Patrick of markpatrickseminars.com. Good morning, Mark. Great to talk to you again.
Hey, thanks for having me on again. Appreciate it.
You've helped thousands of people lose weight and stop smoking for just $49.99 guaranteed each session. Let's talk about weight loss first. It's something that, a lot of people really struggle with. Some people would like to lose a lot of weight. Some people would like to drop 10, 20, 30 pounds. For people listening right now who fall into either category, can your hypnosis seminar help them do that?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the biggest misconception on hypnosis is what you're going to experience. Hypnosis is the most natural thing. We go into hypnosis every single day of our life when we drive in a car and zone out. We go into highway hypnosis. When we go to bed at night, our brain goes into a creative state. When it shuts down, known as an alpha state, or a net state in the morning. So it's a very relaxed state of awareness. And one of the things we're going to use is a wonderful tool called hypnosis to cut the learning curve down, to help interrupt patterns and create brand new habits and behaviors. Everybody who comes to our program has been on a whole bunch of different diets, and they might have stumbled forward, got a little bit of results, but then they get off track. How nice would it be to come down to one thing, just being able to control your habits subconsciously? And that's one of the things we're going to do. Even if you don't even believe in hypnosis, even if you're the most skeptical person in the world, we get those all the time. They're sometimes our best client testimonials.
Wow, that's amazing, because I've heard that, and it must be a myth, that a person can't really be hypnotized if they don't want to be.
Well, yeah, it is true. You cannot be hypnotized if you don't want to. So, I mean, if you're kicking and screaming the whole time, you're not going to get the results you want. But everybody who comes to our program, here's what they do. They come with a willingness to want to live a healthier lifestyle. They're not even sure if they can be hypnotized. During a hypnosis session, they're not even sure if they are getting hypnotized. At the end, we go through some signs. The next thing you know, as crazy as it sounds, is this: they start doing all these habits that they want to do. And what happens is they're not even aware of it. Example, they go to a buffet. And I always talk about the buffet example. What's the biggest problem? People go to a buffet, they overeat, and they do it unconsciously. Imagine going to a buffet, and when you walk in there, your eye immediately attracts to all the healthy foods. It is not even aware of the unhealthy foods. And you immediately fill up after eating just a few bites of food. You can't do that on a diet. You can't do that by concentrating. You can only do that as an automatic subconscious impulse. And that's one of the things we teach during our seminar, and we do during hypnosis.
Well, I recently took a cruise with my fiance, and we both spent a lot of time, too much time at the buffet. I wish I had talked to you before that, because I could have used a little guidance in that department. I think I must have gained 5 pounds in a week.
Cruises do that very well, but one of the great things about being on a cruise, even though people tend to overeat, is you do a lot of walking, which tends to burn off a lot of stuff, too. That's
right. Let's talk about smoking. One of the toughest things for people to quit, not only because of the fact that nicotine is so addictive, but because of the routine habits that people associate with smoking. How do you and your team help break that bond that people have with cigarettes?
Well, if you're a smoker right now and you're listening to this conversation, every smoker will tell you the same thing, is they get pleasure from smoking even though they know it's killing them. So our program does not focus on scare tactics or telling you how bad it is for you. Every smoker knows that. What we do is we use a technique called aversion therapy, where we take the thought, the taste, the smell of tobacco and make it incredibly repulsive to you, not at your conscious level, but at your subconscious level. So here's what happens. We're going to also break all the triggers that cause you to smoke throughout your day: a cup of coffee, that break at work, that walking out of a building, that having stress in your life. And we're going to break those mental connections along with the aversion therapy technique that we use. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to walk out of a hypnosis session and you're not going to want to smoke. You can think about a cigarette, but you'll sit there and say, you know what, I could smoke right now if I want to, but I don't want to smoke. And that's the control you're going to have subconsciously. And the cool thing about hypnosis, the number one way to stop smoking is a heart attack survivor. And I don't say that now to scare anybody, but the number 2 clinically most effective way to stop smoking is not patches, drugs, or anything else other than hypnosis aversion therapy.
I'm speaking with hypnotist Mark Patrick, who returns to Maine next week. Tuesday, June 9th, Mark will be at the Hilton Garden Inn on the Haskell Road in Bangor. And the following evening, Wednesday, June 10th, the Senator Inn on Western Avenue. Each night, there will be 2 different sessions. A weight loss seminar begins at 5:30. Stop smoking seminar at 8 p.m. MarkPatrickSeminars.com has all the info. Now, Mark, each one of these seminars is $49.99 guaranteed. How does the guarantee work?
If you're not satisfied for any reason whatsoever, at the end of the program, you could see us. We'll refund your money back. And, if you're not satisfied down the road, you can come back to any one of our seminars for free reinforcement if you have to think about going back to smoking for any reason, or if you get stuck on the weight, and if you want your money back then. We don't give anybody any type of hard time on this. We have a great customer service team in place. I've been doing this for 19 years. We're out there looking to just get people control over their habits and behaviors.
That's
all
awesome.
I ask for you, if you're going to come down, just come down with an open mind, wanting to live a healthier lifestyle.
People have nothing to lose. MarkPatrickSeminars.com has all the info that you need. Mark Patrick, thank you once again. It's a pleasure to talk to you. You've helped thousands of people lose weight and stop smoking. You've changed lives.
I tell you what, I've been doing this forever, and I never, ever get tired of listening to testimonials. It is the most motivating thing. Every day you get up and you hear something new, it just really, you talk about something that becomes incredibly addictive. That's incredibly addictive. So we're very, very pleased to be in this business for so long.
Awesome. Well, thank you again, Mark. A pleasure to talk to you.
Thanks for having me on again.
And my goal was to lose 30, so I lost, actually more than I ever thought I would.
I can exercise. I am happy with myself. I'm happy with others. But it just changed my life totally around. It was just my last ray of hope. And that was you. That was the program.
None of these other things had worked, and I just happened to open the paper one day and see your ad in the paper, and it was that evening, and I said, well, I'm going.
My brain is saying, what the hell, you can move your body now, where before I didn't move as much as I do now. And it's amazing because when you meet with people you haven't seen in a while, and they're your age, and you're going like, wow. I compare my friends I haven't seen in a while, and I look at them and look at me, and I'm going, I must be doing something pretty darn right.
I was, like I say, a grazer, and I did not have good impulse control. So if I wanted a couple of Girl Scout cookies, I would eat the whole sleeve, or if I wanted some chips, I'd eat the half a bag or something like that. And I just didn't have the willpower to, not stop and get a milkshake or a candy bar or whatever. And so when I went through your program, for some reason, I just didn't want those things anymore. It changed the way I thought about what I wanted.
As of today, have already lost 48 pounds, and I'm not even through 5 months yet.
I've lost about 32 pounds. I would recommend it to anybody.
Mark's program just gives you the extra willpower and the extra drive and extra desire.